We're quitting.
Before we begin, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Okay, I know what y'all are thinking. It's about time! So before we go into why we quit and stuff, let's go into why we started, how we started, what were we thinking when we started. So let's so a lot of you probably know this story already, especially if you know me in real life. So I was in 3rd grade, or 2nd, I don't know. I was like, let's just say 3rd grade, because why not? And I had a group of friends, and every day, almost every day, when we had recess, we would go outside, and we would make up, like, random games and just roleplay. Like, we would make up characters and stuff, and, like, we would just roleplay. How creative, I know. So, one day, I was like, hey, I made up this thing with... Okay, so one day, I was just like, hey, look at this. I made up this character. His name is Gummy. He's 5. He's like a wolf thing. And my friends were like, hey, yeah, let's join. And somehow we got like more than half of the class to join. I don't know, maybe. And we would just role play. I don't know. It was interesting. So we would role play, and at the time also, I was really into making comics. So I would make comics for these role plays, basically. So I was like making these comics, having fun, and the way we made the comics was I would work with some of my friends to make the comics. So it was more fun that way, because we got to discuss and stuff, and it was just fun, you know, just being a kid. Yeah. So then we kind of stopped for a while, and then when I was in 5th grade, I was with a different group of friends, and we were like, hey, let's do this again. That's when we started actually making, like, the comic books, like, a series. Like, it started out just being this random book where I would draw random things. Not all of it is just Gummy Game stuff. But then I made, like, the official, like, Gummy Game books, which, yeah, that's when I started making them, when I was in 5th grade. 5th grade, I think, was probably one of the most fun years of the Gummy Game. That's when we created the channel and stuff. We basically just really advanced on the comics. I mean, like, by advanced, I mean we just made more. And yeah, it was just fun, you know? So then, 6th grade. So since 5th grade was still elementary school, after 5th grade, I went to 6th grade, because that's what happens. 6 is after 5. Wow, math. So that meant I was going to a different school. So I went to a different school. The people that were in the Gummy Game stuff weren't really in that school. There were like a few people, but we were in different classes and just other stuff. But yeah. So when we got into 6th grade, we just kind of stopped with the role playing. So I was still making comics, but I stopped with the role playing with anyone in my school, but I still made comics, which in 6th grade, I probably went through, like, I don't know how many notebooks, just a lot of notebooks. Most of my comics were from 6th grade. So then, in 7th grade, I kind of just, like, I was, like, sometimes making them, but not as much. I only went through, like, 2 books, 3, why did I go through so much books? I don't know, I didn't do as much. The reason why was, like, it wasn't that fun anymore. It wasn't that, I didn't have the same passion I did for it as, let's say, when I was in 5th grade. Because, like, before that, I was, like, I wanted to be a cartoonist when I got older and stuff. But now, I don't really want to be. I lost that passion that I had earlier. So, in 7th grade, I kind of just, like, was, like, doing it on the side, but then, like, also having, like, my own whatever. By then, I kind of just quit. Not quit, but, like, was just like less. And in 8th grade, I just kind of quit. Now, I want to go over kind of like why. Why did we quit? So first of all, I just want to say, I already said this earlier, but I lost the passion for making comics. And kind of just like this in general. I don't really want to, like, there's no fun in it anymore. Like before, I loved to do this, like I looked forward to doing it. Now I'm just like, you know? Then also, it's like, I just don't want to do that. I don't just want to focus my life on the gummy game. Also, I think I just kind of outgrew the characters. It's been a long time. Things change, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for taking your time. I hope that you understand now why we made this choice. I think that's all I really have to say. Thank you once again for all of your support throughout these interesting years. Also, some of our members have their own, like, YouTube channels and stuff, so, like, you can go watch those if you miss them. Does this mean we're gonna be leaving permanently? Maybe. Probably. But there is a chance that maybe in like a few months or a year or 4 years, I'll be like, hey, maybe we should try this out again, or maybe I'll like to make comics again, or maybe I'll somehow get good at art. Anyways, so I guess all that's left to say is have a good day, have a good life, goodbye. Here's a final goodbye from me, and goodbye.